Hi everyone, Happy New Year. Hope you've all had a great New Year and Christmas. I'm getting ready to, well, seeing as it is New Year, to start the new year off. So being New Year's Day, I thought I may as well make a video. So I thought I'd share a really quick card. I want to make this for a friend of mine at work. She's not feeling herself at the moment, so I thought this might cheer her up. And so I'm using excuse me, our new Sale-A-Bration tasty trucks. And basically for the month of January, February and March, starting the 4th of January, it's only the 1st of January 2017 today, just in case you're watching this years later, there is our Stampin' Up's biggest sale excuse me, of the year. And for every £45 that you spend, you will get a free item. So this is one of the Sale-A-Bration free items that you can get. So I'm going to use the truck, the taco, and the little sentiment that says "Let's taco," about how awesome you are. So I thought that'd be really sweet, like a cheer me up kind of card. You'll have to excuse my voice. Kind of got a cold going on here, chest infection, whatever you want to call it. So I've got the stamps already prepped here. Got my delightful Dijon ink. I'm going to show you how to make your own background out of card and ink. I'm also going to do some watercolouring, which I'll probably speed up that bit, so just to save you watching me, you know, paint. But I've got some Versamark, and I'll show you, and some embossing powder, just some white embossing powder, and an embossing. This is like an embossing buddy, which is what we've got in the catalogue, but this is a Eco Success, I can never say that, powder tool. I've got some spellbinder dies just in the circles, but we do have some circle dies in our annual catalogue. I'm using our, what are they called? Banner framelits, and I'm going to show you a trick. This is just an off-cut piece of cardstock, and I'm actually going to, as it happens, it fits within the edges of the die. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that as a guide and die cut just the ends of the die, if that made any sense. I just wanted this flag end, so I thought I may as well just trim it at that side too. So it's just a silly little thing. Got some watercolour cardstock here, just some Whisper White here. This is Bermuda Bay, So Saffron, and what did I use in the end? Soft Sky. Yes, and you'll need your Big Shot for this as well. So in fact, if we get all the die cutting done, no, let's do the painting bit first, and I'll do the die cutting afterwards. So I'm just going to get that out of the way. Excuse me. So the first piece you're going to need is, just get all this out of the way, is your watercolour piece of paper card. I'm using Tim Holtz because it's really super white. I haven't tried out, we have our own watercolour paper. I haven't actually tried that yet, but this is just Tim Holtz, but use whatever you've got. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the sentiment, and I'm going to use the truck. So first of all, I'm going to use my powder tool, and on the smooth side, or should I, no, I'm going to, there's quite a lot of detail in it, so I think I'm going to use the smooth side of the watercolour cardstock. Yeah, and I'm just going to rub this all over, and all it does is it gets rid of any residue from your hands, or you know, like oils that you might have in your hands. You might have had lotion on your hands, you might have just, I don't know, you know, played with your dog, and those oils can then, when you've stamped and then put your powder on, the powder will stick to everything, believe me. It's happened. So I've got Versamark, I'm really inking it because I want it to get all that detail. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it where I want it. And yes, I know it's a big piece, but I'm going to actually die cut this afterwards, so I'm not worried that I've used a bigger piece of, yeah, bigger than I need sort of thing. Right, so first of all I'm going to get some of this. I did chuck my spoon out, I broke it. So let's see if I can do this without making a mess. Yay. You probably can't see anything on the screen, but in real life you can tell when your embossing powder's on. Now before I heat set that, I'm actually, and now I don't think you'll be able to see it, I'm going to use the sentiment as well, and I'm just going to put it in the window as best I can, so my head might get in the way. That's kind of funny. I think I did alright there. We shall see. Oh, not bad. Just getting the excess off. Right. So let's get that out of the way. Oh, just bumped it. That was clever. Noisy. What am I doing? Right. So I'm just going to pause for a second while I heat emboss this. I think just to, well, you can watch it. It'll be noisy though, so bear with me. And another tip, before you heat emboss, make sure your heat tool's been on for like a few seconds. It just heats it up. It can't talk. It allows less warping on your cardstock. Anyway, noise time. Right, so just let it dry. The other thing you can do is always can't think. Too many things. Can't think. What was I trying to say there? Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to move on. Right, I've just got a I think my American friends call it a Swiffer cloth. Here they're Pledge dry dusting cloths. They're brilliant for getting off glitter, which gets everywhere, embossing powder, which I hate. I love using it, but I hate the mess it makes. Oh, it drives me mad. So once this is cooled, let it cool first. Just run that over the thing. I have no idea if you can see any of that, but it's there. You'll see it in a minute when I start painting. Right, so I've got, that's all I want on there, so that's those two stamps done. Actually, while I'm doing the stamping, let's do this bit. I'm going to take my Delightful Dijon, and this is where we're going to make a, what's this thing called? Background. So I've got my Delightful Dijon. You can use any, ideally you could use a tone on tone, so use the same colour ink as your cardstock, and that way you'll get that tone on tone look. But I don't have a So Saffron ink yet. So I am just going to randomly stamp these tacos. I don't know how you're supposed to say them, but, and when you're doing random, which I'm not very good with, just try and turn your stamp as you go, so that it looks, and go off the edge as well, so that it looks like you've cut that out of a bigger piece of cardstock. Let's really fill this baby up. super easy, really, really quick. And that's hardly taken me any time to do. Just looking for gaps now. And I see my random's not so random anymore. Just it. Oh, just inked my finger. Bit more there. That'll do. Right. And there you have your own little background done. Easy, right? And these are my pyjamas. Yes, I'm in my pyjamas again. Sorry, guys. Oh, my chair's falling apart. Oh, Happy New Year, indeed. Right, so I'm just going to put that to one side again. So let's work on this. I'm just going to grab a paintbrush. Now I'm using, and we don't sell these at Stampin' Up, but obviously. But these are my Big Mama Gansai, how do you say it? I'll just open it. Gansai Tambi watercolor paints, and they're the large pans, or the normal size pans. And there is a colour chart here, and that's just a guide. But in the lid, excuse me, they actually have a little colour chart here that you can add the colours to, and I think I'm going to do that at some point, because I think that'll be handier and closer to what's on here. This is only a guide anyway, but this is like the lid bit that was on top to protect them. You can use this as a palette as well if you need to mix colours. So let's see, what colours am I going to use? Let's just go for it. So speaking of palettes, I'm actually just going to use one of my blocks. You can use your acrylic blocks as well. Just put a white piece of card or paper, just copy paper underneath, and then it'll you can see the colour a lot easier, obviously. Right, so what am I going to use? Camera died. I don't know where I got to with that. If you find that you've got colour where you don't want it, just stick some water, just plain water on it, and then mop it up, and it'll be almost as if it was never there. bit ever. I just want a clean spot there. I'm going to use at the bottom here of this pack, there's the 3 metallics, and I'm going to use one of them, the silver, I think, the shiny silver rims. Cool, huh? Oh, that was so clever. That was being clever. I'm waffling, but you know what? Because depending how long this video is, I might speed all this colouring bit up. Right, so I've got my big shot here. Hopefully you're not zoomed in. No, you're not. I've got my precision base plate, and I've got these on tab 2. The newer platform doesn't come with tabs anymore. Excuse me. You can just get it with, there's no tabs on it, but there's 2 separate pieces. But I like using the precision base plate because it just cuts really well. I also dried this off quickly with my heat tool. So I'm going to put this, hopefully you can see this. I'm just going to line it up, and I'm going to use some tape. Some of this is just post-it tape. You could use micropore tape, apparently works really well as well. While I'm in there, I'm going to die cut this guy out of some Whisper White. This is another Spellbinder die. So I'm just going to move this over. Oh, I might have to, oh, I can do it this way. Oh, I wonder if I can get all of them in there. Let's try. Oh, stay. And then, like I say, with this one, I'm going to line this up so that I actually get the, hopefully it'll work. I'll do that one separate. Right, so I've got those 2 on there. I'm just going to put my clear plate on top and run it. It will crack, it will make a noise like that. Oh. But it just works so good. And this is normal, guys. Don't worry about this. Oh, electric shock. So, I've got my little scallop. And I've got my watercolour piece. And also by running it through, it's more or less flattened it. So, that's quite good. And I'm just going to get these off. I'm going to reuse them. You will get to a point where you can't reuse them. Let's see. So I want this one. I'm going to lay this down. Let's see. Like so. Come back. Just going to run that through as well. Let's see if my plan worked. Yes, it's that good. Precision base plate. It's just, this won't stick to the card, it's just, got stuck. And look, I have a cool little, and I made my own paper. Cool little banner, and I made my own paper. Excuse me. Coughing and spluttering. Right, let's get this out of the way. And put this back. I think I'm ready now to put the whole thing together. Right, so I've got a piece of Bermuda Bay, and it's at 8.5 by 5.5. So I'm going to score it at 4.25. This is an unusual one. Normally I do, you know, the length of an A4, just because you get more out of your card that way. We have different cardstock here to America. What size was this? Excuse me. This is 3.5 by 4, by almost 4 3/4, roughly. It's just a piece of off cut I had. Oh, I was going to do something else with that. Hold on, I'll be back. The thing I forgot to do was emboss the soft sky piece. So all I have is the, what's this one called? These large dots, large polka dots, something like that. My dog's in here now, so this will be fun for everybody. Just get this out the way as quick as I can. This is taking forever, but that's okay. Oh. So we've got some embossing going on there. Right, so back to the card. So all I'm going to do now is put it together again. So just going to stick the main image to the scallop circle. Oh, everything's moving. What's going on? Stay. Let's see. It's somewhat lined up. Oh, that's not lined up. Why can't I do it? There you go, that's better. So I've got that. I think I'm going to have this out there. My dog. What are you doing, puppy? Why can't I get this to work now? I think it's because this doesn't go all the way to the end, so I'm just going to wing it. I'm going to put maybe even in the middle, because it's embossed it might come up a bit. So I'm just going to have a tiny border. Excuse me. Oi, come back. That. No, still want it this way. get around that, I'm just gonna use a corner rounder just so that it somewhat looks like it's meant to do that. Just round both of these, and then if they're supposed to be like that, then it's okay. Seriously, Blue? And you can't see any of this now? Oh, why won't this work? The way I did planned. Maybe this is too big. Yeah, I'm going to take the scallop off. Improvising now. It's just, it's too big for the card. So off it comes. No one will know. And that's what I'll do. I'll do that. Right. Got a better plan now. You know, you have an idea in your head and then it doesn't work and you're like, ah. Yeah, that's what happened. So I'm gonna make it work now. This I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals. They're really good actually, I like these things. And I'm probably going to use quite a few. I hate the idea that my projects are going to fall apart. I just can't. Just can't. So I'm just going to get these off here. Blue, what's up, bud? You're pacing, sweetheart. You are, what's wrong? Oh, can I just get you a bit up, sorry. How dare me with my artwork. What's the matter? Hmm? You're huffing. Nope, that wasn't good enough either, Mum. Ta-da! Finally! Are you happy it's over? So there you go. What should have been a more simple card. It is a simple card, it's just, I think because this wasn't quite long enough, I wanted it to go all the way to the edge here. When I die cut it, I didn't think about that. I just die cut the entire thing. So, you know, but you know, you improvise and you make it work. So there you go, guys. I will see you in the next video. Again, my dog. Boo! I think he's panicking, he can't get out the door. Right, I'm gonna have to go help him. Poor little pup. So yes, have a great day, guys. I will see you in the next video. My camera's gonna die again, and have a happy new year. I hope it's been a good day for you all.